was in a lose-lose situation. Now, what came out still on top.
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just it was a situation that he put me in to, make me lose.
Talking about what Floyd trying to do. Gervonta Davis talking about Floyd trying to make him leave his...
Chaos erupted at an airport when Gervonta Davis reportedly confronted Floyd Mayweather. Surrounded by his wife and bodyguards, Mayweather appeared visibly shocked as tensions escalated without warning. Both camps stood firm, creating a tense scene that drew the attention of stunned bystanders witnessing the unexpected showdown.
All that bullshit.
Yeah.
Rumors that Floyd Mayweather is training Davis's upcoming opponent, Lamont Roach, have sent shockwaves through the boxing world. For Davis, this bout is no longer just business, it's personal. The idea that his former mentor might now be helping his rival has sparked feelings of betrayal, adding emotional weight to an already high-stakes fight.
He almost hit you. Get back. Hold. I know what y'all think I'm gonna do. I go that way for a reason. How is she gonna record? How is she record?
Over the years, Mayweather's actions have raised doubts about his intentions toward Davis's career. Despite his public praise, reports have emerged of Mayweather allegedly sharing insider knowledge about Davis's style with rival fighters, including Frank Martin. Given Floyd's deep understanding of Davis's strengths and tendencies, this move felt like a blatant contradiction of support, fueling speculation that his mentorship came with hidden strings attached.
Young fighters, he loves to embrace guys, so what was being around talking to Floyd? Like, what has Floyd taught you about fighting, and has it made you a better fighter? Because he could tell me all day to do that shit he does. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. Go do it when, because 9 times out of 10, we know your opponent's sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge, because you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running. That's a lot of the times your opponent sleep. It could be little things that'll take you to the next level. That Floyd, a person like Floyd, like if he tell you that, you gonna take a lot of heave to it, and it's gonna give you a different type of motivation when you doing it. He could show you something. And it could be the same thing. You might not be able to do it like him, but just it coming from him, it'll give you like a different type of feel about yourself.
Hold up. Limitless. Take a stomach cap, pinning it.
The emotional toll on Davis has been significant. He once trusted Floyd not only as a promoter but as a guiding force in his career. Discovering that Mayweather might be undermining him left Davis feeling isolated and betrayed. It wasn't just a professional hit, it was deeply personal.
Someone told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. But I knew for sure that wasn't going to be enough to beat me. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not going to hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
Tensions escalated further when Mayweather teased an upcoming documentary, claiming it would unveil explosive behind-the-scenes details, some involving Davis. The announcement felt like a final blow to their fractured relationship, a move that suggests Mayweather is not only done with Davis but is now willing to air private matters publicly.
My documentary that's coming out, you guys gonna see 26 years of behind-the-scenes footage that you guys have never seen.
Calvin Ford, Davis's longtime trainer and mentor, didn't mince words when reacting to Mayweather's rumored involvement with Frank Martin. Ford expressed disappointment and frustration, saying actions like these reveal a person's true character. The betrayal, he said, wasn't just Davis's to carry, it impacted the entire team.
The thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we saying what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story's going to rebuild itself. You know, but again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said this is the true colors of a person that's coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is it. I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows.
In a bold move, Davis broke his silence on his financial situation under Mayweather Promotions. Speaking openly about his earnings, he revealed that he had been in a financially unfair position during his time with Floyd's camp. This marked a turning point, a clear declaration of independence and transparency.
In a lose-lose situation now.
What
came out still on top?
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
It was a situation that he put me in to, make me lose, but he thought.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 21 at the time, and I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And during that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10,000 a fight. So 6 months is crazy to not fight, So when they came back and it was like, all right, you gotta fight. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You sitting on the shelf. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting them boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game, letting them know what's going on. Like, see, this was happening. Like, you feel me? I'm letting these guys know. So when it be like people saying they want to fight me, it's
like, how could you, nigga? I was the one that was giving you game when I was going through it.
Yeah.
When I was at the lowest part of my career, I was telling y'all niggas how so you wouldn't have to get here. And now it's like betrayal almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time, after I guess again, after what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up mine. But it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to.
Davis has since spoken candidly about the rift with Mayweather. He claims that the disconnect between Floyd's public image and private actions has become too large to ignore. Davis believes that his rise and potential to surpass Mayweather may have stirred resentment. That realization has shifted his entire perspective.
People don't know what Floyd do. A lot of people don't know what Floyd. Everything that Floyd said right there, the chrome heart bed, the Maybach, the lawyer shit, that was all in my post.
You posted that. You posted that. Oh wow.
Chrome bag.
Right.
Lloyd shit. Maybach.
Oh.
He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd. Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29. You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of
it. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Critics have long argued that Davis's path was carefully curated, possibly shielding him from the toughest matchups. Many believe Mayweather orchestrated these decisions to protect Davis's record. While Davis's talent is unquestioned, his legacy, some say, will only be fully realized when he takes on the most elite opponents without interference.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is one of the most overrated fighters in the sport of boxing right now, and not because of his skills, but because of his resume, and resume does matter. In my opinion, he's a victim of what I call Terrence Crawford syndrome, where you have a really bad promoter who only wants you to fight in promotion fighters who you know that they can 100% beat. If Tank Davis wants to be great, he's going to have to fight one of the other champions in the two divisions that he fights in, 135 pounds and 140 pounds. I'm going to list off all the champions in those divisions and tell you if I think he can beat them or not. So first we got the only other full champion in 135 pounds, Shakur Stevenson. If they fought, I think Tank has a good chance of maybe knocking him out in the later rounds. But if I had to bet my house on it, I would say Shakur Stevenson would beat him in a close decision, and it would end up probably being a boring fight. But I think Shakur has the skills to beat Tank Davis over a long 12-round fight. Now we have Subriel Matias, who's a scary Terminator-like fighter who gives up the early rounds to come on later and drown you in those later rounds. But he's very stiff and he doesn't have very good footwork at all. I think Tank Davis will probably, box his face off for most of the 12 rounds. There might be some trouble in the late rounds. But if Tank can stay out of trouble, I think this is one of the few champions that he would beat, but I don't think he would fight him. Now we have Pitbull Cruz, who Tank already beat by a close decision, and Tank beat him with a broken
Mayweather
hand.
once played the role of mentor and promoter, offering Davis visibility, guidance, and a fast track to stardom. For years, their bond seemed unshakable, with Floyd often taking credit for Davis's rise. But that dynamic has changed. Davis is now intent on carving his own path, one that doesn't follow Mayweather's shadow.
Do you will come back to boxing?
Oh no. I'm not coming back to the sport of boxing. The sport of boxing was good to me. I was able to make a lot of smart investments on the outside, and I just want to help. Like I said, the fighters that's up and coming. Like I was talking about, like Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't understand why he's not in the top 10 pound for pound. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Benavidez. The list goes on and on. There's so many tough fighters out there. So many great young champions out there.
Even during the height of their partnership, Davis sometimes felt overshadowed by Mayweather's presence. He yearned for autonomy, to choose his own fights and manage his own career. Leonard Ellerby confirmed Davis was never contractually bound, reinforcing that his independence was always within reach. It was time for Davis to evolve from protege to leader.
Some confusion. Is Tank a Mayweather Promotions fighter still? Is he not? What is his his involvement with Mayweather Promotions, or is it just all still PBC, Al Heyman?
Yeah, Tank is not signed to Mayweather Promotions.
Okay. Gotcha.
He's not signed to Mayweather Promotions. His contract ran out,
yeah,
and that's fine.
Still
But as I always say, contracts don't define relationships.
Lately, the tension between Davis and Mayweather has become more visible. Though Davis avoids outright attacks, his words and tone suggest a clear shift in respect. What was once subtle distance has become a public and definitive divide between the two former allies.
He didn't know how good I was and how I would handle the situation, so he just threw me out there. He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? That don't make no fucking sense. You don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
Next in line, just so you're next in line.
Is there like
last question, guys.
Is there like a love-hate for like
yeah,
the fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And
you're good, man.
And he cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Despite all the conflict, Davis still shows respect for Mayweather's legacy. He's never discredited Floyd's accomplishments and has made it clear he has no desire to challenge him in the ring. Their history is complicated, but the admiration remains even if the relationship is beyond repair.
How would you fight Floyd in his prime? Like if you were to fight Floyd, like in
don't
his prime,
fight him.
If you guys were both in the, yeah.
Don't fight him. I wouldn't fight him. I mean, Floyd was good. He was top tier. I mean, me,
I feel as though I could compete with any top fighter. I'm not saying me going at Floyd, but I'm saying like I feel as though my skills. I feel like my skills, and not to take nothing from Floyd, but I feel like my skills can compete with anybody that ever laced up a boxing glove.
You're crazy to watch.
Davis is becoming more vocal about how things were managed behind the scenes during his time under Mayweather Promotions. He admits he felt used at times, more like a promotional asset than a valued fighter. While he's grateful for the opportunities, he's focused now on defining his own legacy.
Floyd, I was doing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focused on. He already did what he had to do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way. You know what I mean? So I don't follow him for like stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So it's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type shit. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting on Instagram, I be mad. I just be talking.
Mayweather continues to publicly remind fans of his role in Davis's career. While some of those claims are accurate, they've also stirred tension. Davis wants to be recognized not just as Floyd's protege but as a self-made champion. He's no longer willing to play a supporting role in his own story.
Davis, he was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
Now, with the past behind him, Davis is preparing for his most important fight yet against Lamont Roach at the Barclays Center. This is more than a title defense. It's about pride, legacy, and proving he can stand alone. Critics may question him, but Davis plans to answer them not with words, but with performance, power, and victory in the ring.
Prospering. And he's got a big fight coming up 3 weeks from now in the Barclays Center in New York, in Brooklyn, New York, against Lamont Roach, the 130-pound WBA champion, fighting for the 135-pound WBA championship. Now, Gervonta Davis put out a tweet and said, "This is greatness. Don't let anybody fool you or convince you otherwise." And I agree 100%. And I know that there are people that are going to come to this comment section and say, who did he fight? What did he do? Who did he fight? What did he do? If you pay attention to boxing long enough and you watch boxing long enough, you better believe you're going to hear that same question being said about every fighter in Gervonta Davis' situation.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more.